Hello,
Boa tarde,
hello.
amigo.
Hmm? What did you sneeze now?
You gotta expect it's gonna happen at any time now, man.
Indeed. I thought there was a secret up there, but oh well, guess I was wrong.
You're not gonna do your intro?
What, my hello, hello? There's
Yeah,
no point in
because
saying hello, hello once you ruin it. When the man kicks down your door and it says to give me all your money in the cash register, you don't say hello. That's a
Can you
very
say
weird thing
please
to
and
say.
thank you?
But anyway, we're playing more Donkey Kong Country 2, and this is the point in the game where it starts getting really hard. As you can see, the new gimmick for this one is ghost ropes, and they get really annoying later on in this level. And I'm not sure if you've noticed, but there was a bonus, no, not a bonus, the DK coin over there, so.
What do you use the DK coins again?
It is a challenge from Cranky Kong to basically prove that Diddy is worthy of hero status. So the more we collect, the more hero we are.
Wow, the hitbox in those barrels is generous.
Yeah, I was actually kind of surprised that it allowed me to burst open that wall, but I'll take it. Yeah, we're doing pretty well with the Creme coins as well, because there's 85 in the game, and we need all 85 to get the best ending.
And what is the worst ending?
The worst ending would be if you got less than, I think, 19 DK coins and you just beat the game. Because you're ranked by Cranky Kong and he says, you suck. Go collect more DK coins.
It disgusts me. Just looking at you makes me want to puke.
Speaking of Donkey Kong and make me want to puke, did you see the new Donkey Kong Country, or not? It's not Country trailer. It's a new Donkey Kong game.
I thought you were gonna ask me if I had seen another another Monty Python sketch. Because
I don't remember a Monty Python sketch involving gorillas.
but I do remember one where the guy says, "You make me wanna puke."
I don't remember that one. The only one that I remember that involved vomiting was from The Meaning of Life, where they feed the fat guy until he explodes.
That was it was from the argument video, the argument sketch.
Oh, okay.
The guy opens the door and the other one starts shouting abuse at him. It's like you guy makes me wanna puke. It's like, what? I came here for an argument. Oh, this is abuse.
Let's see. But anyway, so the new Donkey Kong Country trailer, I'm kind of mixed on because the gameplay looks really fucking good, but the problem is that they just redesigned Donkey Kong, and that's the part that makes me want to puke.
Why so?
Okay, so you know how they kind of redesigned him slightly for the Mario Brothers movie?
No, because I haven't seen it.
Okay, but... Okay, so they redesigned him a bit in that one, so he's more Illumination quality standard, which is to say very sterile and, like, not... He's easy on the eyes, like, not so much anything interesting popping out kind of thing.
Who voices Donkey Kong in that movie?
Hmm?
Who voices Donkey Kong?
Oh, Seth Rogen. That's why I don't want to watch that movie.
Oh god.
I
was under the impression that Seth Rogen had voiced Bowser.
No,
which
that
would
was
be...
Jack Black.
Yeah. I mean, let's be honest. Bowser is more likable than both of them.
But anyway, what was I gonna say? Yeah, so they made Donkey Kong look a bit more like the movie version, and then they decided to give him denim jeans and overalls. And yeah, that was more or less my reaction. It was like, no, why?
Like,
but
it's kind of lame because more people are probably more likely to forget the movie design before they forget before it replaces the games in their memory.
yeah, but like I said, the game itself looks really fucking fun. It seems like it's built on the same engine that Mario Odyssey was built on, except instead of throwing your hat at things and doing acrobatics and transforming into creatures that you possess,
You throw your poo at things.
no, even better, you punch the earth and you destroy the environment and get giant ass rocks and then you huck them at people.
So you're saying that Donkey Kong also yearns for the coal mines?
Basically. Actually, that's actually a bit true, because I think the main gameplay mechanic that they introduced is that you're mining for gold.
Nice.
So yeah, hopefully by the time the game releases, Nintendo comes to their senses and gets rid of those goddamn pants on Donkey Kong. He was only meant to wear a tie, thank you very much.
How dare you make me think of Seth Rogen when I play this game?
Yeah, but apparently a lot of companies have been changing around the designs of, like, their iconic characters. Like, apparently DreamWorks did it to Shrek just recently, when they announced Shrek 5.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't see. I saw more people complaining about Zendaya being in it than about Shrek's redesign.
I don't know who Zendaya is.
Zendaya is that woman they keep shoving on like every single movie nowadays. Like she was. I don't know. I don't know where they found her, but like she played Mary Jane. In
in the Spider-Man movies. Oh, that's why.
Yeah,
that's why I don't know who she is. I didn't watch the Homecoming trilogy or the MCU version of Spider-Man.
And then she plays like the main love interest in Dune.
And I haven't seen Dune, so that's also why I don't know who she is.
Everyone I heard who has watched Dune mentioned that Zendaya was the worst part of it. And they keep shoving her everywhere because I guess the people in charge of selecting the cast are a bunch of retarded boomers who just see that she has like a lot of Instagram followers and think, wow, that must get butts in seats.
To be honest, that wouldn't surprise me if that was the case, because something I also heard is that Disney now that Snow White has come out and literally failed, they're thinking of delving into the CGI movies and being like, this is what we need to plunder to make into 3D, or like not 3D into a live action.
Because we essentially destroyed our 2D animation.
Well, they did that with Treasure Planet, but you know.
Yeah, so like
Planet, I should say.
So now we have to double down. Oh my god. Let's not get into that even. So infuriating. But
it gets worse. They're planning to do live action Toy Story. So they're gonna plunder the Pixar Golden Age first.
Oh. Good lord. That's why I said let's not even get into that. But Yeah. Oh, Zendaya is also in the Christopher Nolan's Odyssey movie.
Christopher Nolan's Odyssey. I don't remember that one.
Yeah, because it hasn't been released yet.
Oh, okay, that explains it.
But like, she was cast in the movie. People are still wondering what she's gonna be cast as, and
The main love interest.
yeah, she's gonna be. they're gonna they're gonna cast her as Penelope. And was it Penelope her name? Odysseus' wife.
I have no idea.
Yeah. And like people were joking, like that would explain why Odysseus took so long to go back.
He didn't want to.
He didn't want to.
But, yeah, so I guess I'm glad I live under my nice rock and don't pay attention to celebrities and news very often, so.
Yeah. They did that retarded thing where they try to write the movie's title in Greek for like in the formal Greek letters, but like just using the letters based on the format and pen and don't doing like not even bothering to check how the letters spell in Greek. So that they have like the poster, the Odyssey, and then a Greek person comes in and says, "Ah, yeah, my favorite." This, because that's how it reads. It's so absolute, it's so dumb.
We live in fun times.
Yeah. It's hilarious that like Christopher Nolan just came out of a massive success with Oppenheimer, which surprised me a bit. Like when I went to watch Oppenheimer, I was really surprised with how many young people were there.
I have a feeling that might have been because partially due to the memes, but
The Barbenheimer.
yeah, Barbenheimer. But
Yeah. I find it hilarious how all the memes I saw from Barbie before that movie came out were basically like Ken just being really racist.
Really racist and really based. Because it turns out he was correct. He was the hero all along.
Yeah, in the movie he was the hero because he was the guy trying to save an oppressed people from a
tyrannical matriarchy, yeah.
yeah.
That don't even care if their boyfriends are sleeping out in the cold beaches.
Yes. No, and they have to like the funny thing is that the Barbies basically have to brainwash the other Barbies into refusing the patriarchy, into accepting going back to the way it was because they're actually happy with the new order of things.
Anyway, here's the worst animal buddy in the game. I think it's still technically Squawks, but he's purple, and he sucks because you can't spit coconuts with him. And also, he really sucks in 2 because he can only fly down. And he automatically flies down. So
Oh.
the best you can do is just sort of delay the fall. Let's see. Oh, because I've been sad that Avowed has ended, I decided to play Obsidian's other game that they made. That apparently people liked, but people are kind of looking back on it and being like, maybe not.
Which Outer Worlds?
Yeah. I've been playing that, and
I remember seeing that game had like some of the female models in that game and how basically they are undistinguishable from one another, outside from the hair.
To be
The
fair,
hair.
that's more or less like that was the same thing with like Fallout like 3 in New Vegas. Like all the females look like bald Natalie Portman or something like that.
They all use the engine from the same engine from Oblivion, right? I believe it was
Fallout
because
3 and New Vegas does, yes. But Fallout 4 uses Skyrim, I think, or does it use its own? I can't remember.
yeah.
And quite frankly, I don't really care. Fallout 4 was not very good. But anyway, so with Outer Worlds, they made it very, very, very clear. Oh, I forgot to cut that one out. Whoopsies. But anyway, in Outer Worlds, they make it very obvious right off the bat that the corporations are evil. And they make it really obvious because the scientist who rescues you at the very beginning of the game is like, oh man, you guys were a colonist ship that something malfunctioned and you're just drifting in space for 70 years. And because something bad happened and they never got around to fixing it, they just said, fuck it, just let them float in space, cryogenically frozen forever. Because if we...
we'll do it later. We're too busy right now.
And every time you talk to anybody about how the corporations run space, it's baffling to say the least. Like, it makes the attempted like corporation towns that some of the states tried to do look competent in comparison. Like for example, there's this thing where a guy commits suicide, and they say that, oh, that was a real inconvenience for the company because since I found him, I had to pay his graveyard fee. And they also mentioned that because he was a worker of the company, he essentially vandalized company property, and that's what everyone was upset about.
When he died?
Yeah, like, because he killed himself, and worked for the company, he technically vandalized a company property.
Oh, you can tell, like the writer, or the guy who wrote that was just furiously touching himself. My capitalism commentary, yeah.
Yeah, and it's sort of like, okay, cool. And then you find a whole bunch of sick people, and they're like, oh, I think I got the plague, and the doctors won't give me any medicine because I'm too sick, and the only reason I'm sick is because I didn't work hard enough. I should have worked harder, and then I would have gotten the medicine to not be sick.
Yes, comrade. When you work hard enough, the collective shares their help with you.
Yeah, yeah, like I said, it is. I guess it's the same writers as Avowed, because both games, their main theme and message that they want to get across is as subtle as a brick to the face. So.
Yeah. It's on the nose to the point of bordering on satire.
I don't know. I think even satire is more subtle than this.
Yeah.
I've read a political cartoon or two in my day.
Yeah. Well, not one of it's written by Paul Verhoeven.
Oh yeah, where he has to put a label on literally everything.
Yeah, this is satire. Are you sure you understand the stuff you're satirizing? Because that's the thing, like, I think there is like a extreme case of like insecurity in a lot of people who enjoy Paul Verhoeven movies, because they can't enjoy it just for being good action movies. Like, they can't enjoy RoboCop or Total Recall just because it's a cool action movie. They have to create some like pseudo-intellectual retarded reason to why they like the movie. So like, oh yeah, it's a RoboCop. It's a great satire. A satire of what? It's the question. Is the question that boggles my mind. I saw some people that claim that RoboCop was a satire of police militarization. In which case, it fails.
That would be a very bad one because RoboCop is the good guy and he stops the evil corporate man who sends a malfunctioning basically tank security guard.
Yeah, I still find it amazing that like, okay, for a test that they would perform in the company office along with the highest ranking executives in the office, they put live ammunition in the robot. Like, why?
Well, you know, because how else are you gonna know that it fires real bullets or not?
Yeah. Why are you gonna sell us a robot that only fires peanuts? That's not gonna work. But yeah, like
but what happens if you're surrounded by elephants? Huh? Yeah.
No, if you're surrounded by people who are allergic to peanuts, yes. But yeah, like, okay, if RoboCop is a satire of militarization, then it makes no sense because what the movie shows is that overwhelming force is effective at stopping crime. Because
it's also effective at dispatching police.
Yeah. How do you stop the villains from overtaking like the sections of town? You use so much force that they cannot maintain a hold. So yeah, I mean, Overhoven is like whenever everything that I've seen him try to rationalize as a satire has just been a failure. Because RoboCop is a much better action movie than any satire of anything. Like, is it trying to satirize corporate greed? Okay, get in the line. You're just like number 100,500. Is it? And you're not doing with much subtlety. Let's be honest. And if and then there is like the forever discussion on Starship Troopers, where he didn't even bother reading the book he claimed to satirize.
Reading is for nerds, alright?
Yeah. Like, excuse me while I get naked in front of my actors.
But what was I gonna say? Oh yeah. I did have a thought that because the whole corporate greed thing is like so overplayed, it would actually be really funny and a nice fresh breath of fresh air to do a story where it's like, yeah, and then the corporation ran the town and everything was hunky-dory and there was no problems. Sure, there was
everything was fine. Then the government arrived. Everything else fine until the government arrived.
Yeah, basically. That'd be a fun take on it. Of course, they're never going to do that because people aren't imaginative like that. And if they say that the corporations are good, then that would imply that corporations in the real world are good. And we can't have that.
Well, they are not. It's just that, it's just that in regards to how evil they are in comparison to the government, it's still a debate. Like, corporations are not good. It's just that that they're probably. It's just that whether or not they are the lesser evil, which is the question.
I don't know. That's something you're gonna have to like gather like all of the fucking shit that both the parties have done and sort of tally it up on like the scale of like, okay, so you committed this atrocity and this atrocity and this atrocity and this atrocity, and then compare it to all the atrocities that companies do, and be like, which one's worse?
Yeah. And then
You were saying?
I forgot what I was going to say.
Perfect. Anyway, Donkey Kong Country 2. This is actually a pretty fun level, although, I wouldn't say it's, like, extremely hard. It's just kind of annoying because it's basically massive, empty pits, that you have to just traverse around, So it just takes a while because you have to, like, wait for the web shot to go and all that, so... But it makes finding the secrets a lot easier. Let's see. Oh, and I also noticed in, fuck, what was the game called? Outlands? Outer World, that's it. God, the game is so boring, I forgot what it was called. There's a lot of design philosophy that they carried over into Avowed. Like, you can only pick up very specific things that are highlighted. But I will give Outer Worlds this. At least you can steal things. Yeah, no.
At least I can be a criminal.
Yeah.
At least I can be a menace to society.
Whoops. But yeah.
Have you seen
the...
Do you remember the coping that game journalists were having with Avowed? I don't care if the game doesn't let me kill everyone and steal everything, and I'm tired to pretend I do. Okay, dude. Cool. Go now. That's cool, dude. But we're trying to play Skyrim here.
So wait, they were complaining that, like, people who complain about not being able to kill and steal everything, are, like, whiny?
Yeah, basically the idea that it's not that important if the game doesn't let you kill and rob everything. Yeah, but knowing that the option is there, making being a good character more impactful, you know?
Yeah, it's why you should be able to kill kids in Skyrim. Come on. Bethesda, you fucking cowards.
I mean, Nelkir was just asking for it. That asshole kid did, like, who did not think about killing that asshole?
I can't remember if I ran into that kid. Was he from,
He's the son of the Jarl of Whiterun.
Okay.
He's the one that because another one to lick my father's boots. Like, okay, how can you make a character this detestable and not give me the option to just cut his head off?
At least allow us to sell him into slavery. At least Fallout 3 had the balls to do that.
Well, Skyrim doesn't have slavery because they modeled the Imperials after the Romans, but slavery was a bit too much.
Which is weird considering that Morrowind, like the Dwemer are all about slaves.
Yeah, it would be cool. I don't know. I haven't been maybe I asked that when I was in the Skywin server, but it would be cool if Skywin had more developed options for slavery. If you want to roleplay as a slaver. Like a real a real bastard. Yes, I am the Nerevarine, and these are my slaves. I have one for each room of my fortress. 'Cause you can build a fortress in that game, but you can't have a slave. You can only buy slaves to free them. Well, generally, there's a mission where you have to buy a slave to make her pass for a wife, for a tribe leader.
Mm.
It's one of the missions in the main plot. But yeah, like there should be the option also to just keep the slaves. But then again, interactivity in Skywind is not to the level of Skyrim and more. No, interactivity in Morrowind is not to the level of Skyrim or Oblivion. So there probably wasn't much you could do with slaves. But it would be interesting if there was the option to just
Oh yeah, here's the most annoying DK coin to get, because it flashes on the flagpole for like a quarter of a millisecond. The trick is to basically hit the launch button just on the item before it pops up.
In Skywind, I think they're probably gonna bring up their increased interactivity to be more on par with what the engine allows you. So it would be interesting if you could have the options of having, like, I don't know, you have a fortress like a Telvania or a Radron, and then you just get the slaves to do this stuff for you in the fortress.
But I don't know. It's not the end of
Why
the
don't
world,
you know?
but
Yeah, but it would be funny, consider like it's one of the core features of the characterization of the dumber in the game. So, in the setting, so it would be interesting if they actually did.
Let's see. What else has there been going on? I'm just trying to think. Oh well, it's almost the end of the video, so thinking is for some other time. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed, and we'll see you all next time. Have a nice night.
Bye bye.